Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly. Lab After Dark is starting soon.
Begin.
What's happening? Come on in, because we're going to start pretty much right away. Not that we don't usually. There was another police chase with kidnapping suspect in a stolen vehicle just a little while ago. Ended in apparently a violent crash, it said. I didn't watch. Yeah, I didn't see it. I hope that those kids are okay. Who would do that? I mean, people do.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
Right.
How does the mic sound? How we sounding here, folks? Yeah, you know what? I think ever since
Shut down the feed, but whatever. You know.
I changed the cord. Something, I don't know what it was. It's hard to say, to be honest.
What's the point in causing any trouble?
What's happening? Good to see you guys. All right. What's up, Irish? Back in black. Thank you. Thank you, Holly. I appreciate that. Give me a second here. And Wizard Toto, thank you. Appreciate it. I did get a haircut and I had a shower. So those things can make a difference in your life. Trust me. Here we go. Let me pop this chat out. Yeah. All right. Highlighted chat. What's up, Kelsey? And Rod in the house. Why is it on here we have the ats and then on the lab there's just the names? Not today. Satan 73's in the house. You found out why. Like there's an actual explanation for it. Does the explanation, if it doesn't make sense, then I don't want to see it. I'm not going to say, I'm guess like, oh, this is why. Stupid. Oh, so it doesn't make sense. All right. Exactly. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so. Oh, you're a YouTuber. Okay, so we're going to be reviewing or doing a reaction or a review or whatever. I've done this one before, and it was 3 years ago. 3 whole years ago. And I've been paying attention to this guy since about 2015, wondering why, in God's name, no pun intended, because that's what he's doing. He was using things in God's name. He wasn't arrested. And just earlier this week, I believe on Tuesday, he was arrested and he's been charged with some very serious crimes. I believe 10 counts, each count up to 20 years in prison. So with any luck, you know, if the feds are able to prove their case, and I don't see why they wouldn't, the proof is in the pudding. And this guy eats hella pudding. And Holly, thank you so much for sending 5 Lab After Dark memberships. There is no lull at the beginning of the show. Oh, it's just been absolutely, sorry, I can't even. What are chat bots? I don't know what that means. The Holy Hairline Hustler. I like that one. What did so we get the chat bots tonight. I don't know, bot. I don't know what do you. You're confusing me. That's okay though. Alicia Hot Wheels, thank you so much for becoming a member. Whose hairline rivals Queen Elizabeth's? All right. So let me just give you a little recap here. Yeah, the bot, yes, the super chat bot is is working. All right.
And tonight.
So this is the guy we're gonna review this guy's deposition, and I believe that this is what started the entire thing. His deposition started this whole investigation because it's one of the craziest it's one of the craziest depositions I've ever seen. I've seen maybe one or two that rival it, but I don't think anything can rival this. I mean, maybe rival, but he's the worst. And Wizard Toto, thank you very much. I like to hear the super.
With relief from a mother of a young man who she says fell victim to the lies of David E. Taylor. The self-described apostle is facing federal charges accused of using his church as a front for human trafficking, forced labor, and money laundering. Now, this week, federal agents raided several of Taylor's properties, including a 28,000 square foot mansion in Avila, one of Tampa's most exclusive neighborhoods. And tonight we're hearing from a woman who says her son is among Taylor's victims. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer reports her son is just now opening up about his experience.
I ain't lying, I've been with God. I said I've been with God.
David E. Taylor claimed he was an apostle.
Look at this.
That he could heal through faith. Thousands of followers
No, I mean, that is impressive, but he didn't have anything to do with it.
crowded into arenas to listen to him preach.
I was invited to be a part of David E. Taylor's worship team.
That was in 2015 in Anaheim, California. Bridget Walton says her son Patrick was blown away by Taylor's performance.
The signs and the wonders in his theatrics.
She says Patrick was so impressed, he dropped out of college and joined Taylor's ministry in Michigan with the Kingdom of God Global Church.
God.
Bridget was already skeptical about Taylor and even more concerned following a conversation with her son.
I said, you sound brainwashed. I said, is this a cult?
Yes, it is a cult. Yeah, and he does look like a mermaid. Like I said, we used to call him Captain Crunch.
And my son, he said, that's it. That's it. I'm going to cut you off.
Things only got worse. Bridget says months later, her friend saw her son during a trip to St. Louis.
She said, those young people were starving.
Still, Patrick worked at Taylor's ministry for 6 years, finally leaving in 2022.
If you look at the Captain Crunch logo, the guy, that's what he looks like.
He returned home with nothing.
Look at all the, did you see all, look at,
worse.
Leaving in 2022. He returned home with nothing.
Look at all those wheelchairs and oh man.
Nothing.
You've been in a ministry for 6 years, working in this ministry, and you don't have a dime to your name.
She says her son still defended Taylor for 3 more years until this week when Taylor's world came crashing down. Federal agents arrested Taylor and raided 4 of his properties, including a mansion in Tampa's upscale Avila community. He and the executive director of the church, Michelle Brannon, are accused of using the church as a cover for human trafficking and money laundering. The relief Walton felt was overwhelming.
All of those young people can be set free now.
Investigators say the church ran call centers where unpaid workers were forced to solicit donations or face punishments, including physical and psychological abuse and food and sleep deprivation. As the news spread, Patrick, now 29 years old, said this to his mom for the first time.
He said everything you have said about this man was true.
But Bridget still doesn't know exactly what her son experienced. She believes he suffered the kind of abuse described in the indictment. But there's one thing Patrick finally told his mother he realized.
I didn't know that I had been brainwashed and manipulated. For him to admit that lets me know he's ready to open up and talk.
And for this mom, who just wants her son all the way back, that's at least one step toward healing.
Rod, and Rod says turn it into a homeless shelter. That's what he was pretending that it was, though. He was saying that this was a place for people that to come and, live. And I mean, the whole thing. It was just the whole thing was a.
Aaron Mesmer, Fox 13 News.
Well, Bridget says she doesn't know much about the victims, but she believes most were younger people, likely in their 20s, like her son was when he joined. Investigators say the workers at Taylor's call centers helped raise about $50 million in donations. Taylor and Brannon are accused of using those funds to fund their lavish lifestyle. Their cases are both expected to be heard in Michigan, where authorities launched their investigation.
$50 million.
We begin tonight with relief.
All right. So with that, I want to present you with this, and then we'll get into the deposition. You got to hear this guy sing. It's the worst. Hold on. This is going to be funny. He's like in China. I think he's in China. Oh, you haven't heard anything yet. No wonder he sweats through his clothes. Look at it. You can see that bald spot. Watch him. Watch his bald spot. It kind of just appears. Do you see it? Could you see it? I've never seen somebody have a bald spot in the front and the back. Not quite like that. Look, you can see it. What does he say?
Shout and touch. Say that I love you. Say that I love you. Oh, open my ears. Help me to listen. Help me to open my eyes. Over 3 billion people all over the world.
That was actually pretty good for him. I'm trying to find them
Places. We want you to know that
he does. They do tongues too. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that outfit.
Our King has won the victory for you. No matter what you're facing, whether it's death, whether it's sickness, whether it's bondage, he has won the victory.
Oh, he's like right in the camera.
Now give God a shout for the Lord.
Not a Prince. Well, he looks like he ate Prince.
Jesus. We pay tribute to the King of Kings. Said everywhere, hallelujah. You have won. Lift it louder. Hallelujah. won it all. Death. You are the risen King. Seated in majesty. You are the risen King. Lift those voices everywhere. Tell him, hallelujah. You have won it all for me. Death could not. You are the risen King. Seated in majesty. You are the risen King. You are the risen King. Now, just softly, everybody lift your voice. Hallelujah. Let the heavens hear you. Lord Jesus, you won the victory, Master. You have won it all for me. Death. And death will not hold you down tonight. Seated in majesty. You are the risen King. You are the risen. Now let's pay tribute to Jesus by giving him the biggest Joshua shout, like the walls are coming down. Give him the
Oh, man. Sorry.
biggest shout, like you're going crazy.
All right. That's enough of that shit. Stop. I'm just trying to pause it. What kind of shit is this? Get in my belly. He has a rather large belly. Were those diapers? I don't know. They might have been. It's totally possible. All right. So let's get to this deposition. All right. Did the Giants lose tonight? I didn't even watch the game. I didn't even pay attention. What is the score? No, not this. Not the New York Giants. We won. We're winning 14-6. Holy jeez! What happened? Who hit? Did anybody? Okay, I have to look later. It's pretty good. I mean, that's not bad. 14-6. Okay, so this guy, for those of you that are just joining, was just arrested along with a lady named Michelle Brennan 2 or 3 days ago with all sorts of charges of human trafficking, starving his workers that he didn't pay. He would have them sign up for EBT benefits and then steal their EBT benefits. If they did not hit certain quotas when it came to like calling, then he would torture them basically. So Now he's being sued here by a man whose wife, who had a mental illness, that's what I read. She donated over $1 million to the church. $1 million. And he sued the church for that money. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. Can you get hair plugs when you're bald as a Q? Is that possible?
In the matter of Deborah Ann Frazier versus Ricky Allen Frazier, case number 2010.
By the way, the lady that deposes him is the best.
773215DM. There's a videotape deposition of David E. Taylor being taken at 2055 Orchard Lake Road, Sylvan, Michigan. Today is November 12, 2014. My name is Ed Boyke, legal videographer. Counsel, please introduce themselves to the record.
Colleen Renane appearing on behalf of Rick Frazier.
Jerry Cavalier on behalf of David E. Taylor.
Steve Jenkins appearing on behalf of Deborah Frazier.
Gregory Utuma on behalf of Rick Frazier.
And I got to tell you, and there are some people. She is ruthless. She's awesome, but there are. I'm telling you that this is the most wild deposition I've ever seen in my life. Not only is it wild, he is probably one of the stupidest humans that I've ever. I mean, he is stupid. He acts, and what makes him even, you know those people that don't know, like they're just like lovable in life. You know, you're like, man, you're kind of not very smart or whatever, but you know, you have some of that, and then, but then he actually like, when you think that you're smart when you're not, and it happens a lot. I'm one of those people. It makes you look 10 times as dumb. All right, here we go.
Do you solemnly swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Just for the record, Mr. Taylor, you also go by the name of the Apostle?
Yes.
Okay.
You can call him Mr. Taylor or the Apostle.
I would like to start by going over the records pursuant to the subpoena that we received, and to clarify that we have what we've asked for. Thank you. I would state for the record that we have acknowledged that
Kelsey, thank you for
due to
gifting
the time
10
constraints
Lab After
and that
Dark
we just
memberships. That's very kind.
received some of the documents that were kind of later than we expected, that we're going to have to continue this deposition, and everyone's agreed on a date of January 9th, 2015 at 10 a.m. Is that
Agreed.
correct, Mr. Cavalier, Mr. Jenkins?
Correct.
And Mr. Utuma, whether you're here or not. I have prepared an order, my secretary has,
What was the statement?
regarding the deposition and the continuing jurisdiction of the court, and I would just ask the attorneys to sign it.
I think my
It's the same format as before. Mhm. And Mr. Taylor, you've stated that you are not in Michigan in November and December.
No.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You have to speak a little louder.
Yes.
All right, so you're not in Michigan in November or December of 2014.
No.
That's correct?
Yes.
Okay, and so you're saying you're not available for the deposition to be continued in either November or December?
No.
I think the answer is supposed to be yes. Can we kind of...
Oh,
I think he's getting confused.
to be clear, you have no availability in November or
Right.
December
Exactly.
to continue this dep.
No, I do not.
And the
That's
first,
what I-
and the
no.
first available date is January 9th, 2015.
Yes. Right.
Okay.
Okay, and that you're not going to be in Michigan November or December?
No, not that I'm scheduled to be.
Does that mean that you may possibly be?
No.
Well, object. Anything's possible. His schedule
Well-
reflects that his first available date is January 9th, and that's what
I'm-
we've agreed
I'm
to.
Yes.
focusing on being in Detroit or Redford or in Michigan during December and November, and you're saying you're not going to be.
Well, like I told you, one night with the king is
Right.
just one day, and I'm out. So.
That's December 31st. And is that in Michigan?
Yes.
Yeah, he chews
And I
on
just
his
want
lips.
to go
I've
over
noticed that.
the subpoena duces take them so I can make sure that we have all the documents. And the first one is all records showing Mrs. Deborah Frazier's donations to Joshua Media Ministry.
All right, so that's the lady, this lady's name is Deborah Frazier, who donated all this money. Her husband's name, I believe, was Matt or something. He's in the room there, suing Porky here.
International, JMMI, and or any of its affiliates in 2012, 13, and 14, including but not limited to bank statements, money market accounts, certificates of deposit, etc. And I would note that may I ask you to identify this and tell me if that's what you're saying is in satisfaction of number 1 under the subpoena duces taken?
You're asking me to identify a JMMI document? Why don't you ask?
You produced it to me in compliance with the subpoena. I'm just asking you to tell me if that's what you're suggesting is in compliance with number 1 under the subpoena.
Okay, this is in partial compliance. In
Okay.
addition to this, the 990s reflect
Hold on.
any contributions for 2012 and 13. 14s are not available.
Hold, please.
In addition, there's a ledger that was
Please hold. I'm trying to pull the documents.
Let me see the people that are being the people that are suing him. Are they multimillionaires?
All right, so
I don't know.
Compliance with the first issue and our itemization on the subpoena duces taken. We have the 990s. And I'm sorry, what did you say?
the internal summary. And would this reflect income, deposits? And the ledger, that's 133 pages. I also provided the ledger to you on disk for your convenience.
The ledger starts in July of 2013.
Yeah, it's not.
2012.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just know that I don't think so. I think that she gave away most of their money to the church.
A year and a half.
Should all be there.
It should all be there. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, David.
Well, if it's not on the disk, I'll agree to provide it.
And by the way, I would tell you this, that I found out about this guy many years before YouTube and before podcasting, really. And I used to watch him on Facebook. And me and my friends, like the three of us, would just troll. Would just constantly troll this show because he was such a jerk. And then when I reviewed him the first time, he had his little henchman Michelle Brennan send me some sort of letter, I don't know, to tell me to stop talking about them, but it wasn't like a cease and desist.
Can you tell by looking at what you have if it's there? By the dates?
This appears to begin July 1st, 2013 and conclude November.
But it wasn't quite a cease and desist.
All right, so you agree that
wasn't legal.
It would appear that we're missing July 2000 we're missing 2012 and up until July 2013? June 30th, I'm sorry.
Yes, and if it's not on the disk, I'll be sure to provide those additional dates.
No, I didn't stop, no.
Okay, can I have you tell me, a date by which I can have that so it's in advance of the next deposition?
Within 30 days in advance of that deposition.
I mean, what's he going to do? Sue me.
This is ours. It asks for bank statements, money market accounts, etc. In this one document that you provided to me, that what you referred to, I think, is the internal summary, just shows that Deborah.
All right, let's get him talking.
Inquiry, because
That's not what I'm asking.
wasn't
I've moved
specifically
on.
asked for.
I've moved on. I'm asking, I want bank statements that show whenever Mrs.
Surprise, surprise.
Frazier's check was deposited, even if it was among other checks. But if you can point to this bank statement and say Mrs. Frazier's money was deposited on this day with or without other people, I want those bank statements.
Surprise, surprise, he didn't bring all the
Do you
bank
have any
statements.
objections to that?
I did
If they
write
exist, I'll
back.
provide them.
Well, you would acknowledge that if it was deposited, there'd be some statement, right? There'd be something that would show that.
Most
Well,
likely.
you just wait till she starts asking him questions. It gets so funny.
Okay, number 2, all records showing how Mrs. Deborah Frazier's donations to Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI, and or any of its affiliates were spent in 2012, 13, and 14, including but not limited to canceled checks, invoices, check registers, bank statements, etc. In compliance with that request, what is it you say you're submitting?
I am not going to proceed this way. You have a deponent. You ask him questions. He's produced these documents. He can
You
answer.
handed them to me.
He can
So I just want you to
JMMI
tell.
handed them to me, and I handed them to you. We're
You
gonna
represent JMMI.
I
You are the
understand.
attorney of record, and I'm asking you, in satisfaction of the subpoena, what documents are you saying
Okay.
reference number 2?
the ledger.
The ledger shows. Where's the ledger? You're saying that the ledger you gave me somehow shows how her donations were used? Is that what you're saying? Because you said that was in compliance with
I'm not
number 1.
testifying to anything. You have a witness here who can testify what the ledger will reflect, whether it will reflect income and outgo.
It's pretty standard procedure in the beginning of a deposition to go over with the documents in compliance with the subpoena duces tecum and to ask if you're submitting those in compliance with the various itemizations. That's
Yes.
all I'm asking. I'm not
Yes.
asking you to testify.
I could never have
Yes.
So you're saying
a
that
caller
the
on
ledger
that type.
in and of itself will show how money was spent,
Yeah, one ear is
that
way
Mrs.
bigger than
Frazier
the other, Shayna.
gave to Pastor Taylor.
Is that a yes? The ledger
No.
will reflect?
No, because we get money from a lot of other sources. So her money wasn't necessarily used in that, what she's trying to refer to, so that I
Okay,
can't
so this is
answer.
why you need to ask the
You need to
specific
ask
questions of the deponent.
Yes.
Where's our... Sorry, I don't... All right, I will ask the apostle about that, because the document that I have shows it broken down to various ministries as to where it was going. So
And don't
we've
forget
asked how it is
that,
and what shows that the funds were used
churches
pursuant
have
to that
tax
designation.
exemption too. So they don't pay
And I don't
taxes
think
on any of this
the,
money that they take in. Nothing.
The ledger shows any of that. So I don't think you've given me anything in satisfaction of itemization number 2. Number 3, any and all correspondence, communication to or from Joshua Media Ministries International, JMMI, and or David E. Taylor with Mrs. Deborah Frazier in 2012, 13, and 14, including but not limited to emails, letters, solicitation requests, etc. I didn't see anything that referenced that.
I have none in my possession. You can ask the deponent.
So is it your position they don't exist?
I don't have any in my possession. You can ask the deponent.
Yeah, I mean,
Board of Directors minutes for Joshua Media Ministries International JMMI for 12, 13, and 14. That's item number 4. We didn't get anything in that regard.
I don't have any in my possession. You can ask the deponent about the existence of those records.
Number 5, application and any supporting documents for tax exempt status for Joshua Media Ministries JMMI.
We got no application.
2014, and I provided it to you.
Tax returns for 12 and 13 for David E. Taylor.
Okay.
You don't have, what do you need?
I think that
we
they
don't have his
won
tax returns
the.
for 12 and
Deponent
13.
is here.
I don't remember if she got. I think that it was ruled in their favor, but I'm not sure.
To tell you of the existence of the preparation of his personal tax returns. You can ask the deponent those questions.
List any and all donors by name, address, and telephone number who have contributed more than $2,000 in 12, 13, and 14 to Joshua Media Ministries International JMMI.
You have been provided a donor list.
Yep. Our list is for 5,000 and over, and the court order said it was
The
to be provided.
990s include the 5,000 and over.
Right. But the order said I was allowed to look at those for less than $5,000 also of the donor
Well,
list.
I'm looking at the donor list, and it's $2,000 and over.
They aren't noted by year. Just,
So now you're objecting to the format of the
I
document.
have
that
not
you requested.
objected to anything. I'm just saying, do you have a document that says what year? Because we asked the question in increments of years.
I've provided what you've asked for.
And the W-2 for 2012 is missing. Do you believe you gave that to me, or is that accurate that I don't
No,
have
I
it?
only received it 2013.
All right, she's gonna start asking him questions.
All right, so you would
Individually.
transfers.
Yes.
I only received it 2013.
All right, here we go. Oh, she's over his shit, but it gets this. It hasn't even started really. It's just the preamble. Wait till he starts talking. And by the way, there's a certain way to be deposed or how to answer questions. And yes, no, I don't know is how you answer deposition questions. Of course, he doesn't answer them.
Mr. Taylor, you heard us discuss the subpoena duces tecum and the items that were requested to be produced?
Just now? Yes.
Okay. And you understand there's a court order that indicates that you have to produce these items?
Yes.
Okay. For item number 2, where we're asking for, I'm sorry, let's go back to item number 1,
You got
where we're
confirmation
asking for
it's not
bank
him?
statements. Would you agree that when somebody does a direct wire transfer from their account to another account, that there would be a bank statement that would reflect that for the receiving party?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. Mhm.
And you can you produce, consistent with the subpoena, the bank statements which show Deborah Frazier's wire transfers?
Yes, of course.
And do you want to tell me, is that still the 30-day?
Yeah, we'll produce them within 30 days prior to the January 9th date if the documents exist.
He's indicated they do. So you have bank statements that show wire transfers if they were given from Deborah Frazier's account?
Yes.
Okay. And I understand that on bank statements, it may not show only Deborah Frazier's deposit being made, but you obviously have bank statements that show various deposits that are made that would include Deborah Frazier's.
Well, yeah, if she wired it.
I'm not talking about wired ones.
Okay, yeah, she gave her a check or cash.
Right.
All of that's recorded and it's all itemized. Yes.
All right.
It looks like his hair has been set on fire, and that this is like he was a burn victim, and this was the best that they could do. That's not the case. This is his natural hair.
So
individually.
You would be able to tell me in what deposit those checks went into?
Of course.
And you
yes.
could provide me the bank statements?
Of course. Yes. If that's appropriate, yes.
Well, that's what's been requested and ordered.
That's fine. Yeah.
He's got bodyguards there, by the way.
And all records showing how Mrs. Frazier's donations, this is item number 2, how they were spent, including canceled checks, invoices, etc. Now, when she makes donations, she has designated for what purpose. For example, Rosh Hashanah. What would Rosh Hashanah be?
It's a Jewish holiday that we, as Christians, observe. You know, on the Jewish calendar, it's a quite celebrated holiday in the Christian community. In some circles, large circles, but not everyone does it.
So when Mrs. Frazier made donations that were designated as Rosh Hashanah, my subpoena duces tecum asks for canceled checks, invoices, check registers, bank statements, etc., that would back up those donations being spent for that purpose.
Yeah, that Rosh Hashanah is not so much a statement for the purpose of the money being used. It's a holiday, and it's designating when she gave an offering, like everyone else.
So it didn't go for the purpose of Rosh Hashanah in any way?
Well, Rosh Hashanah is not, it's a holiday. It's a service called Rosh Hashanah. It's
Right.
no, like when I, take up an offering for a specific thing, then, like if I say we want to raise offering for an 18-wheeler truck, then, and I say we're going to use this money for that, then it goes directly to that. This is a service, such like a Sunday morning service or Easter service. And you don't purposeful, when the people give donations, you don't say where it goes to the Easter egg, Do you understand what I'm saying? The Rosh Hashanah is the name of a Jewish holiday.
No, I'm
and not
aware
a
of that.
Okay, great.
How long do you think Rosh Hashanah lasts? How many days?
10 days, normally.
Now, one of her donations is listed as a money order.
Good Lord.
And would you have deposited that into the general fund?
Yeah, I'm sure it would go there.
All right, and you can produce a bank statement that would correlate with that deposit.
We have everything on record.
Okay. When she talks about a leadership conference in Taylor, what would that money be related to?
Well, there are different services that I held, and we have people who attend those services and they give in those services. So when you see leadership is designating the type of service we're having, do that make sense?
So you have a specific service called a leadership conference?
Yes, where I teach leaders.
And do people have to pay to go into that service?
No, everything is free. They donate freely in the offering.
Now, is there a reason you didn't bring the documentation that backs this up because you say it exists?
It's not a reason we didn't. I just think that maybe my office didn't quite understand everything that was asked for in detail like you're asking. But it's no problem, we can provide that.
Right, when you say your office,
Yes.
where would that be?
I have an office here in Taylor, Michigan.
And what's that address?
2320, what is that? Superior Road.
What are the numbers?
I'm saying 320. 20320.
Wait a minute, say
Superior
it again.
Road, 20320.
Okay, 5 digits?
Yeah.
Okay, Superior,
Road.
and that's Taylor.
Michigan.
Is this designated as an office on the outside of the building?
I'm sorry, what are you saying now?
When you look at this 20320 Superior Road in Taylor, what does the outside of the building look like? Does it say JMMI? What does it say?
Yeah, it says JMMI.
Yeah, he doesn't even know
JMMI?
where his office is.
And do you take up the entire building
For what now?
for JMMI, for your office?
We don't have to use the entire building for office facilities. We just use part of it,
What's the rest of the building used for?
having services.
Is this the church in Taylor that you go to?
I don't understand what you're asking. Can you rephrase?
Isn't there a church that you give services out of in Taylor?
Oh yeah, on Sunday. But yeah,
Is that this same building?
we let them use the building on Sunday morning.
Okay, when you say we let them, who's we and who's them?
JMMI owns the building, and there's a church called Kingdom Family Church that they are just getting started, so they don't have a large overhead or nothing like that. We allow them to use the building on Sunday, since I use the building more so for massive conferences and services, things like that.
When did JMMI purchase this building?
I think that was in maybe 2 years ago. Yeah, a little over 2 years ago.
Does it have a mortgage?
No, it's paid off.
So did these was it Kingdom Family?
KFC, Kingdom Family Church.
Did they pay rent?
KFC.
Not really, no.
Okay, let me place an objection on the record. I've given a lot of latitude so far in this very brief deposition, but the objection is to relevance. I don't know how this possibly relates to the issues of parenting time and or spousal support.
There's more to it than that.
Okay, you can go ahead and answer the question.
So when you say your office, are you referring exclusively to this 20320 Superior Road building?
Yes.
Kingdom Family Church. We also call it KFC.
You do not have an
Colonel!
office in any other city or state?
Yes, we do.
Okay, do you want to tell me about those?
And we're getting those more established. One in St. Louis.
Kentucky Family Chicken.
Another in Budapest, Hungary, Europe, Korea, Arizona.
You have offices in those 4 places?
Yes.
You have an office in Budapest?
May I have the address of the St. Louis office?
We usually use a P.O. box for that.
I want the actual street address.
Well, we are just getting things established there for us before we get a building. So I usually use my P.O. box as an address for that. So
KFC
to
sounds
say that
good.
we have just offices in a public building, like I usually use my Taylor residence for the professional address.
All right, so wait a sec. The Taylor residence
Taylor building, Taylor office facilities. Yeah.
Right, you used it as you referred to it as a Taylor
we don't have 100
residence. Do
lights
you
yet.
own a home?
No, I'm sorry. I mean Taylor building on Superior.
This church is called
Okay.
JMMI.
It's
Joshua
in
Media
a corporate
something.
area, so it's a office building.
Joshua
It's not a
Media
residence.
Ministries or
Okay.
something. I don't know.
But it's also used as a church by some people, at least?
Yes, we allow churches to use.
Okay, so the office is, are you saying there is no
Dude,
physical
we may not break 100
place in St.
lights
Louis
today.
that your ministry operates out of?
No, I mean a building physically. I used to have one, but not now. I moved all of my
It's PO boxes for people
physical,
to send money, or stuff. Or
I want to say resident. What word should I use? I moved all my physical place here in Taylor.
So there's nothing in St. Louis anymore?
A PO box.
Well, that's not a
Well, our
destination.
mail go there. That's huge. It's massive.
I'm hungry.
It's huge.
So when you say that's huge and massive, are you referring to the amount of mail you get there?
Well, mail. I mean, corresponding with people is very important to us. So that's big to us.
But you don't have any place in St. Louis that you work out of or anybody else works out of?
We may work out of our little home or whatever with a computer.
What do you mean your little home? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, like if I have a staff person, until we raise enough money to buy another office facility in that area, then, we do it out of, my staff that is there. They do it out of the place they may live. So that's
They
why
do
I'm
it out
saying.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Do it out of the place that,
Yeah, their little office that they have in the place they stay in at this time.
you
So
mean
that's what
somebody
I'm
could
telling
be
you.
working technically, in your opinion, out of their home?
Like you do out of yours, right?
No.
I mean, you have
I
a
have an
computer.
office.
Yeah, I know, but you have a computer at your home, and you have an office. I have an office too. It's here. So I'm saying I travel. I'm mobile. I live in St. Louis, so there are things that have to be done there. So we take laptops. I'm sure you got a laptop, right? Yeah.
This isn't about me.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to.
Well,
give you an
I'm trying to
understanding.
figure out
Yes.
where was the building that you say you no longer have? What was that address?
That was in St. Louis on Patterson. I can't remember the address.
You don't know the address of the building that you
Oh,
own?
yeah, it's been years ago.
You said it was just a couple years ago.
No, I didn't say couple. I said years ago.
No, you said a couple.
How many years ago did you cease owning this building?
I didn't own it. It was a rental property.
It was a rental property in St. Louis?
Well, the
Yes.
FBI already got
And
him.
what was the purpose of that property?
Office facilities.
And
Thank
how
God.
big was it?
Objection to relevance.
Okay.
You can answer the question, but I'm going to place a standing objection on the
That's
record.
fine.
It was probably about 3,000 square feet, just for office facilities. Yeah.
And you paid rent to somebody? Who did you pay it to?
I don't remember the guy's name who owned it.
Okay, but you don't have any physical facility that you operate out of
I
in
don't
St.
have a
Louis?
building there. My building, like I said, I moved my offices here.
No, I understand, but
Okay.
aside from an office, anything else, even
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
No,
We
let me
moved-
just finish so we're real clear what I'm asking.
Okay.
Anything even other than an office.
I've shared with you that
Let
they
me
may
just
do
let me
it.
finish so you
Okay.
can understand.
She
I'm
crams
not
it.
talking about people that work out of their home.
All the way
Yes.
up.
I'm talking about any other building or facility that you or your ministry works out of in St. Louis.
Yes. I have staff who work out of a home that they
No, I understand that.
may
I'm
live
asking
in.
about something else.
I'm just saying I don't have what you're asking. I don't have a physical building there like that. It's up here in Taylor. This is where our professional offices are.
Where's the residential center that is on your asset and liability sheet?
Oh, it's in St. Louis.
Okay.
But that's not an office.
I'm not,
Yeah.
I asked a few times, it doesn't have to be an office. Any facility, building structure that you work out of, office or otherwise.
Okay.
So there is a residential center.
Oh, yes, uh-huh. Of course, you
Not
should've
really.
said
It's
that
still
earlier.
kind of long on this. Like,
I didn't know
No,
what you
you
were
should have
saying.
answered earlier.
No, you didn't.
Residential
You didn't
center.
explain enough.
Residential center is in St. Louis.
Be direct and specific so I can answer your
Sir,
question.
that's why I was suggesting you not interrupt me so that I could finish the sentence and you'd be real clear what we were asking.
Okay.
So a residential center does exist in St. Louis?
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay.
But that's, that's not an office.
It doesn't have to be an office.
Okay. I
Any-
thought you was talking about a professional location like this.
No,
We have that in Taylor. Okay.
I did not limit my question to an office.
Okay, so yeah, be more specific so I can know what you're saying.
I believe I was.
More
All right,
Pacific.
so
Not
what is
really.
this residential center?
More Pacific.
Oh, this is a place that the ministry owns. Well, not own. We're in the process of buying that. Yeah, we don't
So are
own
you
it yet.
renting to buy or are you?
Yeah, we're leasing to buy. Hmm.
You have that as an asset of 2,844,500. So do you own it?
I just answered that, didn't I? I said we didn't own it.
Okay,
We are
but
leasing
where
to
where
buy
does
it.
the I'm
Here's
sorry?
where the
We're
IRS
leasing
comes
to
into
buy
play.
it.
Right
did,
here.
did you? I thought we just said that.
All right, but
Yeah.
you have listed it as an asset worth $2,844,000.
Oh, that should be more of a liability. Yeah.
Would you like to take a look at the
Oh, okay. Yeah.
document?
F up number 1.
Got the liability.
He doesn't own. He
Oh,
doesn't
okay,
own the
I see
building
what you're saying.
yet.
What we have already paid compared to what it's worth. Is that what you're saying? What?
You
Because
listed it.
it's not paid off. Like
All right, so where does the number 2,844,000 come from on your
that's the
asset and liability?
That's, I guess, the appraisal value of the home or the residential center. Yeah.
Is it a home?
No, it's a residential center. We use it.
All right,
For
so you're saying it's not something you own, but you have it listed as an asset
It's
of
not a home, it's a liability
$2.8
center.
million.
What's hard to
That's
understand,
probably
lady?
a mistake. Like I say,
Just
it
kidding.
probably should be a liability.
It should be.
Yeah, that should be a liability.
This
I
is
think
what
that
you
was a
call
error.
Who
inflating.
prepares this? This
I
document
just-
called balance sheet.
I don't know.
This is what you call inflating assets. It's not even technically against the law. It's very against the law.
I don't know which one of them. I have 3 people in the office that could do this, so I don't know which one.
Who would those
actually.
3 people be?
Michelle.
It's a residential center,
Ashley.
Sparker.
Or what's Michelle? Is it just Michelle?
Yeah, because when they open up credit cards or whatever, what they do is, you have to have, they want collateral, or if you're trying to get loans from banks, then you say, yeah, I got a $2.8 million residential center, but he doesn't own it. So he can't claim that. And when you do that, that's called inflating your assets, and it gets you thrown in prison.
Probably, yes.
And her last name?
Brannon.
Brannon?
Yes.
Okay, and the next person?
Ashley Ware.
How do you spell Ashley?
Ashley.
And how do you spell where?
Ware. Okay.
And the next one?
Bashira. I really don't know how to spell that one. Bashira.
Is it a man or woman?
It's a lady. Mm-hmm.
Bashira?
Yeah.
And her last name?
I'm trying to pronounce that. Hargus.
Can you just spell it?
H-A-Q-U-E,
I haven't seen my
something
phone
like
in
that.
an hour. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
Are these all employees?
No, they are volunteer workers. One is employee,
Who's the employee?
Michelle.
And these 2 people are volunteers?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Do you have an accountant that does any kind of accounting work for you?
We have a private firm, yes.
And who is that?
It's his parents.
Davis and Associates.
Davidson?
Davis and Associates.
Davis and Associates?
Mhm.
And where are they located?
In St. Louis.
What up, Brenda?
So you don't know who prepared this balance sheet?
Like I say, it could have been one of those three. I don't want to tell you a story. I can't tell you exactly.
I don't
who
want
did
you
it.
to tell me anything you can't
Yeah,
verify.
so I don't
But
know.
your accountant did not.
It's probably on silent.
Now, what are you asking? Are you asking if the accountant did the balancings, or did someone provide these sheets to you? What are you saying? What are you saying?
In terms of who prepared this document about assets and liabilities, would your accountant have prepared this?
I don't think my accountant did that. I think that the internal office tried to answer your questions, and they pulled information from maybe documents that my professional firm did and tried to give you what you needed.
So were these documents created for the purpose of this deposition, or did they exist before?
Oh, they exist before. We have everything documented. Everything. Every penny.
But you acknowledge that you believe this 2.8 million is an error.
It has to be, because the residential center is not paid off. So it couldn't be an asset, right? It's a liability. And that's how the banks would show it, right? You would know that, right?
I don't answer questions. This is one way I
Okay,
ask
I'm just
you.
saying, I'm
Okay.
trying to get understanding.
All right, so tell me the residential center. Did we get an address for that? Hmm? I need an address for the residential center.
Yeah, 24,000 Timpage.
What is it?
Timpage, T-I-M.
T-I-M.
P-A-I-G-E.
That's the name of the street?
Yeah,
Yes,
Timpage.
Timpage.
That's right, Timpage?
Timpage. Yeah.
Avenue, road, anything?
I think it's road, probably.
And that is in St. Louis?
Yes,
Yeah.
Chesterfield, Missouri.
So you're renting with an option to buy?
Yes.
And
So not only does he not own the building, they don't have a mortgage on it. Somebody else has the mortgage on the place. And I don't know why it took so long. The feds move slow. I mean, they just do. It's not an easy thing that. It's a big issue because of the tax exemption, and there's a lot of things that protect, like religious entities, and a lot of people like this take advantage of them.
who is the owner then?
The ministry. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The ministry is renting with the option to buy. The owner is Harold Lewis.
That's not how that works, brother.
Okay, and what goes on at the residential center?
Well, I mean, it's
Objection to form of the question. What are you trying to ask?
yeah.
What is its purpose? Who goes there?
It is really it's a gathering place for our ministry, where I bring in different leaders and also
People
the
that work for
staff
me for
that we have as a place of, maybe resort and teaching and training.
Resort?
Yeah, teaching. A resort where we
It's
teach
his
and
house, for
train.
God's sake.
What do you mean by the word resort? Usually people think of that as...
Maybe I'm not saying it right. Let's strike that word. Maybe it's a place where they can come and be refreshed. Like, I don't know if you have ever been on Christian retreats or things like that, where people can go and hear the word of God, and also
Any good lawyer, while this, look, I've watched. I mean, I don't know if I've watched thousands. I've watched hundreds and hundreds, if not close to 1,000 depositions, and maybe I have. But any good lawyer would, if somebody were to say something like, well, you've been on a this or you've been on a that, any lawyer would go, I'm not answering your questions.
relax and
she does that quite often to him.
That kind of thing. So.
But it's not a church.
No, it's not a church.
Do people live there?
It's habitable, yes.
It's habitable.
We could live there. We could stay overnight.
do people stay overnight and live there?
No, people stay overnight. When I have guests in, they could come in and do that. But I have my own apartment. I stay in a small apartment.
In the residential center?
No, I have my own personal apartment.
Okay, we'll get to that. But I'm
So what I'm saying, so the residential center is used, it has bedrooms and stuff like that, so you can stay in there. But it's more so used for a retreat or and a place where, you know, people can be refreshed. Am I answering right? Am I okay? Okay.
Yeah, by the way, his lawyer sucks. How you don't prep your client better than this? I mean, he just talks and talks and talks, which it makes for a great deposition if you're not being deposed.
you're confident of that address that you gave me on Tim Page?
Yeah.
Tempage.
24,000, is that right?
You tell me.
I thought that is.
You're confident of that address, though?
I think so. I think that's right. Am I wrong? Do I need to look something up? You know, what's the...
You're answering the question to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, thank you.
Is it possible that it's 15?
Look at this.
Yeah, so I think that's right. Am I wrong? Do I need to look something up? You know, what's the...
You're answering the question to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, thank you.
I think he also, and I want to be sure that I'm not out of pocket on this, but I believe he was also pulled over like for like a DUI or something once. He had like weed and he was drunk. I'm pretty sure.
Is it possible that it's 15,400?
Oh, yes, that's right. It was 15,400. That is right. That's totally off.
Yeah, 15,400.
Thank you, guys. Y'all are sharp.
I'm going to show you
They're sharp.
a picture of 15,400 Tim Page.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in a residential neighborhood,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and it is a home.
Yeah, but it's a residential center. That's what the ministry.
Right, but this is in a residential neighborhood. Is that
yeah.
right?
Mhm. Yes,
okay.
of course. Mhm.
Is it like a subdivision with different houses up and down the street?
I don't think I would call it a subdivision, but it's other homes around it.
So it is. Does
It's
this
a residential area, yeah.
do the neighbors there know you're operating a ministry out of there?
Mm-hmm.
They got to answer yes or no.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this is actually not listed as St. Louis. It's listed as Chesterfield.
Yeah, I said that earlier. Yeah. I
No,
said
you
Chesterfield, Missouri.
No, you said St.
Can you hear me
Louis.
say that?
You're being argumentative.
Yeah.
Objection. He did say Chesterfield. I have it written down.
You're
I
not
didn't
listening.
hear it.
You're not listening. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I am very careful.
Not really.
Okay,
He's such a prick. You're not, dude. She just eats.
so the residential center is in Chesterfield, Missouri,
Chesterfield. Yes.
and it's actually
Chesterfield.
what had been used as a home by people previously. It's not an office building or.
Oh no, it's not in a business center area.
Okay.
It's in a residential area, but it's remote. It is not like a barn. You know, it's spacious, so you can understand what I'm saying.
Well, it says it's 8,204 square feet.
Yes.
Okay, and you told me the owner was
Harold Lewis.
Harold Lewis, and
Yes.
who is Harold Lewis?
He is a sports agent for many years.
Does he reside in that house?
No.
And do you know where he lives?
Yes, but I can't give his address. I don't know that information.
What city or what state?
Oh, Lake St. Louis.
Lake St. Louis.
Lake St. Louis?
Yes,
I know
Lake St.
Shane. He's
Louis.
like, you're not listening.
That's another suburb out
He's
by
such a
Chesterfield.
So is it in Lake or St. Louis?
Maybe, what did I say?
You said Lake St. Louis, which I didn't think made sense.
Yeah, I'm probably quoting that wrong.
Definitely.
It's an area. It's like a suburb, and there's Lake. I think it's Lake St. Louis. Lake. I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but I know it has Lake something in it.
So you're purchasing this
He just said, I know it has Lake something in it.
home.
I'm not positive.
No, he doesn't have properties in random people's names. He has properties in the name of his ministry.
But I know it has Lake something in it.
So you're purchasing this home from Harold Lewis.
Yes.
Yes. The ministry is. Not I, the ministry.
And when you say it's remote, how do people get there then?
I mean, it's not just, it's a gate.
Gated community?
Yes. Not community. The house is gated.
How many nights a year would you say that you sleep there?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm always traveling on the road.
You can approximate.
And I'm in,
Yeah, ballpark it, buddy.
usually when I have guests or, I don't know, I really don't have, what are you looking for? How many, I don't have.
How many nights would you spend?
It just,
At
it
that
varies, it
residential
depends if I'm traveling or if I'm in my own apartment or, usually
can
I'm out of town
approximate.
so much.
Right, I understand.
Yeah.
But still, how many nights would you spend there?
If I'm there for a week, I may spend 2 nights and just check on things. But
What do you mean,
I
just
can't really
check on
say.
things?
Well, I mean, it's a residence, it's something you must check on.
I wonder why this guy got arrested.
Now, you said you have an apartment,
Yes.
and what's that address?
2008 Victory Way Lane,
20
2008. 2008 Victory Way Lane.
Victory,
Way Lane.
in what city?
Florissant, Missouri.
Can you spell that?
Florissant, Florissant.
How far is that from Chesterfield?
Very far.
Probably 35 minutes.
Okay, and then all right, so how many nights a year do you sleep at the apartment?
I can't say. I don't know how to.
Sparker, you said the side chick's apartment. Well, that's kind of interesting that you say that because I was reading his indictment, and it's long. Like, it is a long indictment. There's so much shit in there. But one of the things that I found interesting was that he would have women, quote unquote, delivered to him. And after the next day, they were told that they had to take a contraceptive, like the plan B. That was part of the indictment. So I think that he's going to also get charged with a lot of other stuff.
Answer that. I really don't know how to answer that.
Just an approximation.
I think he's going to sex trafficking. I think that he will get hit with sex trafficking, which he should.
I can't say.
Well, how often do you go to the apartment?
Pastor Diddy.
I'm out of town so much, but I'm trying to think. What are you looking for?
In the last 3 months, how many times have you gone to the apartment?
Okay, now you're making sense. Okay, so we probably could say, narrowing it down like that, maybe 10.
And then the last 3.
Oh, look, what they've charged him with is basically what they feel they can prove now, but the investigation's still
months,
ongoing.
how many nights
He's in
or
big
times
trouble.
would
Like
there
he's
be
never.
at, the
If this goes the way that, the way that it should, he'll never. There'll be a trial. It'll be a federal trial, and he'll never see the light of day if it's done the way that the way that it should be.
residential center?
Maybe 5, something like that.
So even though it's called a residential center, you don't have people staying there continuously?
No.
There is nobody that resides there
No.
as their primary residence?
No.
Bullshit.
And what do you pay in rent on the apartment?
900 and something. I'm not sure. It's about 9.
And does anybody else live with you there?
No. Well, my babies, my 2 children.
Your babies live there?
Yeah, Joshua and Destiny.
Joshua, what's Joshua's full name?
Objection to relevance.
That's okay. What's his name?
Joshua, do I need to answer that?
Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead and answer, but with the understanding that this is an
I understand.
ongoing objection.
I get it.
Okay.
Joshua.
And you hear this objection to relevance or object to form. Basically what that is when the judge or the special master or whoever is the one going over this deposition, when a judge, when a lawyer says object to the form or we have a standing objection, they want those ones specifically looked at by a special master or a judge to see if the question is relevant, and the judge will make a ruling on that. So even if they object, unless the lawyer says no, you're not to answer, they have to answer.
Caleb Taylor.
How do you spell Caleb?
C-A-L-E-B.
And how old? What's the date of birth?
He's 15 years old.
What's that date of birth?
December the 21st, 1989.
1999, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, and your other child?
Destiny Taylor.
How do you spell that?
D-E-S-T-I-N-Y.
And her middle name?
N-A-N-N.
And
Taylor.
Date of birth?
January 16th. 1987. She's 17.
Okay, and when so you threw me there when you referred to them as your babies. They're actually teenagers.
I know. You know, they're always children to your father.
I know. They're always children to a father. Dickwad.
Always be my.
Do you have any
babies.
other children?
Yes.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Isaiah Webster.
How do you spell that?
I-S-A-I-A-H.
Middle name?
I don't have that. Webster.
You don't know his middle name?
No, I don't think he has one.
Because the people that run Scientology are 10 times smarter than David E. Taylor.
Yeah. W-E-B-S-T-E-R.
And his date of birth?
His date of birth is February 3rd, 1990. No, I'm sorry, 2000. Sorry, 2003.
Any other children?
That's it.
3?
Not that he knows of.
All right, when you refer to Joshua and Destiny, you say they live at your apartment?
Mm-hmm.
You can answer yes or no.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that full time?
No, it's joint custody with their mom.
Who hates him, by the way?
And who's their mother?
Tabitha A. Taylor
And where does she live?
in St. Louis.
So if you're traveling so much and you only get to these places, you know, whatever, 10 times in 3 months, is that the primary place that you see Joshua and Destiny?
No.
Well, he knows how to manipulate, but he doesn't know how to like add and subtract and spell and talk properly, shit like that. But like I mean, he's a con man, and con men are obviously have confidence. That's where the con comes from. And I remember there was an old sales trick when I was doing like athletic team sale, meaning like selling equipment. Whenever you answer a question, they would always tell you, be confident about the way that you answer the question, even if you don't know what you're talking about. That never went well for me.
Where else would you see them?
I have an.
One time I told a guy, because he asked me, he goes, do you think this would work? And I said, it could. It could not.
Apartment.
No, I'm talking about the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you see them?
Well, you asked about how often I go to the residential center. You didn't ask about the apartment.
No, I
so
asked
that's where
about
we really
both.
stay.
I asked
Well, no,
about
you
both.
weren't specific about the apartment directly. The time we have there. Your questions was about the residential
I asked
center.
both, and you said in about 3 months you would probably go there about 10 times, and you paid
Mm-hmm.
$900 a month in rent.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then somebody goes, why did you answer that like that? And I said, I don't know. I don't know if it'll work. It might work, but then again, guess what? It might not.
thought she was asking about the residential center. No.
What up, Lucy?
When I'm in town, it's more than that there at the apartment where I pay $900. I thought she was speaking of the residential center. I'm sorry.
Okay, so at the apartment,
Lucy, let me give you there.
in a 3-month period of time, how often do you think you stay there?
I try to make it back every weekend. So in 3 months, you would say out of 12 weeks, you would say maybe 12. No, maybe 11 at the most, and 9 at the least, if I'm really busy.
All right, so when you said 10 times in 3 months, that's kind of accurate then, isn't it?
Yeah, but I thought I was referring to that was really another amount for the residential center to check on things. Yeah.
All right, so the residential center, you also spend approximately 10 nights in a 3-month period of time?
Not really, no. I was referring to maybe going there. That's what I thought you were referring to. So.
Not sleeping there?
No, but I have slept there sometimes.
Are you the caretaker of the residential center?
Well, I'm the caretaker, but I have help. My staff helps. So I usually will have them.
By the
go
way,
out there
the
and
house
take-
is absolutely insane. But one of the things that somebody was reporting on just the other day was that they would have to cut the grass with a push mower. And I mean, this is big. He said it would take like all 8 hours.
care of things when I'm gone. So
When you
I don't
refer
know
to
if I could say I'm the caretaker because I'm always gone. So I have a staff that really see to it.
Who's the staff that you refer to in doing
That's when
that?
he starts on this.
It's a.
He starts going, as this thing goes on, he starts going, Axe Michelle, Axe Michelle, Axe Michelle. And that Michelle's the other lady that got indicted.
List of people.
Where's the key to the place kept?
Up his ass.
With the caregiver.
I don't know if,
person
like-
we have look at the place.
All right, who is that person?
James Gregory.
James Gregory.
And is he on staff
Yes.
with JMMI?
Mhm.
You have to answer yes or
Yes,
no.
also.
Oh yes, definitely. He's very concerned about the
And is he volunteer or paid?
Volunteer
carbon footprint.
this time.
And he has the key in his possession.
Yes.
Who is the mother of Isaiah Webster?
Monica Webster,
Where does she live?
in Washington State.
What city?
I'm not sure now. It was Tacoma.
West Tacoma?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Were you married to Miss Webster?
No.
Do you have any kind of custodial relationship with Isaiah?
Yes.
And what is that?
Just, I'm his father, and I have the rights to see him and have him.
The rights to see him and have
Okay,
him.
but when I mean by custodial relationship, do you have any kind of joint legal, joint
Oh, no.
physical?
No.
Nothing on paper?
Mm-mm, no.
You got to answer not.
No.
Okay, so when was the last time you saw him?
It's been a while now.
What would that be? Just approximate.
Maybe a year. Yeah.
Are there court proceedings related to this child?
I'm sorry if this is boring, guys.
Paternity.
I really do apologize.
I
Child
understand.
support?
Oh yeah, child support.
You
yes.
pay child support?
Mm-hmm.
You have to answer, I'm sorry,
Yes.
yes or no.
Yes, I do.
And how much do you pay in child support?
$450
$450
a month. Yes.
a month?
Mhm.
And what about the two other children?
$750.
$750 a month for Joshua and Destiny?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And were you married to their mother?
Yes.
I'm sorry. And her name was Tabitha.
Yes.
And when were you divorced?
In February of 2010.
February
And
of
in
2010.
what county and state?
St. Louis. All these questions necessary.
I placed a standing objection on the record.
Okay. Do I have to answer, or do I still have to answer?
You have to answer the question.
I would just note that you're having a conversation with the deponent, just for the record.
I'm indicating that he has to answer the questions.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go back on this. So when someone says to you, where is your residence, well, tell me what your answer is.
I let them know where I live.
And where would you say that is?
My apartment, 208 Victory Way Lane.
Okay, so that would
Yes.
be where you actually reside. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, reside.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes,
And what address is on that?
2008 Victory Way Lane.
And when you refer to your babies, your two teenagers, do they live primarily with their mother? If you're traveling so much?
Well, she has them if I don't, come back like in 1 week or so. Of course, they're with her, but we have joint custody. So she has them half of the week, I have them the other half.
Except you say you travel so much that you're not really around.
And but I did tell you, I try to come back like on the weekends. That's what my time is,
So do you see your children every weekend?
mostly.
Okay. And that would be in the apartment?
Yes, or wherever we go. They've come out to the residential center too, so.
To sleep overnight?
Yeah, they have done that before.
Now, has Debbie Frazier ever been to the residential center?
Is that something I should answer, or? Yes, she has.
And when was that?
When was the last time? I think the 4th of July was, no, I don't. I'm trying to remember if the 4th of July was the accurate time, because we had the staff out, so I think she was there.
And would she have swam in the pool there? Pardon me?
I'm not sure.
Are there dogs there?
Dogs?
Yeah, are there ever dogs that are at the residential center?
Yeah, he looks
No.
like a guy that loves dogs.
So when Debbie Frazier goes to St. Louis, do you know where she goes or stays when she's there?
No, I don't know all of that information. I know when she has come, people from my staff, when we do crusades, they stay in a hotel. Yeah.
What do you mean when you do crusades?
Well, I do crusades all over the country, so if I carry our team to St. Louis, of course we've done that, where we have a bigger crusade, then the team from Taylor and Arizona and other places come in and they get hotels.
How many times do you have crusades in St. Louis?
Well, now with my schedule, it's only once a year now, because I can't hold them 4 times a year like I used to.
What is Deborah Frazier's
We did that
relationship
at the beginning. He
to
sucks.
JMMI?
What's up, Atticor? Good to see you. Nice to see
she
you.
is,
Mystic Firefly.
first of all,
what
a
up?
wonderful mother. And
I'm asking about JMMI.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting there. Just hold your horse. So, and she really is a worker, a very diligent worker in the ministry.
She's a diligent one.
What does that mean?
What up, just another human?
Well, she helps service people, help people.
What is?
help
Tell me what
feeding
that
the
means.
poor,
Tell me
feeding
what
the
that
poor.
means. Where do they feed the poor?
Well, you know, before, of course, that the food bank moved out, she was also helping in that with our ministry.
Okay, I don't know anything about.
A food bank, you don't understand that?
No, you said before it moved out. I don't know anything about a food bank moving out.
Yeah, well, we had
out of where?
Out of our building. They wanted to get a bigger place. So, but for about,
right.
what, 6 years, we housed a food bank.
Hold on a sec.
Okay,
food bank moved out of your building. What building are you talking about?
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor.
Here in Taylor, yes.
So there was a food bank.
Yes.
In what building?
In the Taylor building, on Superior Road. That. But it's no longer there. But you know, those are the kind of services she would do, where she would help. Our ministry would join with them. Like I say, I let the building out to different ministries to do different multiple things. So they would
for free?
Yes, for free.
Okay, so there was a food bank, and you're saying that Deborah Frazier worked at the food bank?
She helped some. She didn't just work all the time, but that's the kind of work that she would do.
When did the food bank leave?
When was that? Earlier this year. They went to try to get a bigger place, I guess.
What was it called? Food bank?
You know, that's the name they used. That's the name they used. So I don't.
They have a sign that said food bank?
Yeah, probably something like that.
Well, I mean, do you know or not know?
I just don't. I'm not really sure. All I know is that that's the common word that they would use, and they would bring gleaners in 18-wheeler truck and just feed hundreds of families.
Do you know what agency was involved in this? Who organized the food bank?
It was a ministry that was connected with ours, so I don't.
All right,
have
so
all
for
that
the people that are just joining us, let me play this for you. The guy that we're watching here, and the reason that we're watching him is because many moons ago, about 3 years ago, followed this deposition. I played it and I watched it, and David Taylor was just arrested after years.
Investigators saying that this forced labor operation resulted in at least $50 million in donations since 2014. And all of that money helped pay for David Taylor and Michelle Brannan's extravagant lifestyle.
Brannan went before a federal judge in Tampa today following her arrest earlier. 8 on your side investigator Brittany Muller continues our team coverage live tonight.
Stacey and Keith, good evening. David Taylor and Michelle Brannan are accused of using religious beliefs to prey on their victims for their own personal
He looks like Bozo the Clown.
financial
He
gain.
really does.
Court records show they used the funds to purchase several Mercedes and Bentleys, a Rolls Royce, a boat, 5 ATVs and jet skis, as
Look at that. Look at that residential center.
well as $10,000 worth of seafood, plus this home in Avila worth more than $9 million.
You're looking at 2 FBI raids in 2 states, North Carolina and Florida, that investigators say led to the arrest of 2 self-professed religious leaders and their connection to the Kingdom of God Global Church. Federal investigators say David Taylor, who were
He said he's the modern day Moses. He's the most shot out guy I've ever seen in my life.
refers to himself as apostle and Jesus' best friend, and his second in command, Michelle Brannan, lured people in nationwide with promises to fulfill their spiritual hunger and work as unpaid phone solicitors at call centers to serve as Taylor's arm bearers in Michigan, Missouri, Texas, and even here in Florida, including Tampa and Ocala. On Wednesday, Taylor was arrested in Durham, North Carolina, while Brannan in Tampa. This indictment filed in July shows since 2013, their victims were required to make a specific number of calls or raise a specific dollar amount, and if they did not meet their quota, there were consequences, physical violence, and psychological abuse. In one case, court records show Brannan texted 7 of the top closers, "Need to go in the garage in Tampa now. Also, I want food taken away." The indictment reveals that this forced labor scheme resulted in at least $50 million in donations since 2014, which Taylor and Brannan said would be spent on supporting victims of human trafficking, all while they are now accused of committing that crime.
Michelle Brannan did not have an attorney present, so the hearing has been rescheduled for Thursday at 2:30 to allow her time to retain counsel. Brannan and Taylor will eventually be extradited to Michigan, where the case was initially filed. I'm Brittany Muller, 8 on your side.
All right, so that's who. Oh, look at this.
A pair of church leaders accused in a nationwide human trafficking case will remain in jail after appearing in federal court today. One of the hearings was in Tampa, where Michelle Brannan declined to have a bond hearing, instead choosing to have the hearing in Michigan, where the case is actually based. In a court filing, prosecutors say that they want Brannan held until her trial. They wrote that she is a danger to others and worry that she may try to run.
Yeah, and she threatens people. There's phone calls out there. She is crazy.
They also indicated that her home address was listed as a mansion in the affluent Avila neighborhood in North Tampa. That property was one of 4 across the country raided by federal agents yesterday. Authorities say the properties belong to David Taylor and his Kingdom of God Global Church.
Look at this network. Look at this. So they got Chesterfield, Missouri, Eureka, Missouri, Wildwood, and then Ocala and Tampa. They have call centers all over the place. And Taylor, Michigan, which is the whatever it's called.
Court documents indicate the church was operating 9 call centers. One of them was actually at that Avila mansion. Investigators say unpaid workers were forced to solicit donations or face punishments, including physical and psychological abuse and food and sleep deprivation.
I love that photo.
The indictment alleges that Taylor made the rules and Brannan, the church's executive director, enforced them. The arrest came as a relief to a woman who says she was in a relationship with Taylor back in 2018, and she says she ended it and wrote a book in 2020.
10 years it lasted.
He tried to expose his abuse. This is just part of a video that
It's honestly, it's them. It was their scheme. It's about 2014, yeah.
she recorded yesterday.
There were so many people that were taken advantage of, and I was one of them.
So this lady dated David, and then she broke up with him and wrote a book in 2020. And apparently, I've never read the book, but everything in that book is true.
I experienced firsthand the abuse,
They're
the
both
lies,
locked up,
and the
yes.
corruption of both of the individuals who were arrested today. What a shame they are to authentic churches and ministries who had the...
Yeah, that's another thing too. Is that like, you know, I grew up in church, and it was a very like poor church. There wasn't. I mean, there wasn't money. It was just a normal little church, you know. And I mean, they would do offerings and stuff.
character and the humility of Christ.
Oh my God. Look at him. Down by the river, lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. Look at that hairline.
According to the federal indictment, Taylor referred to himself as an apostle, claiming that he communicated with Jesus and that
Yeah, he said that he saw Jesus in person.
he could heal people through faith. But investigators say it was all a con. They say the church
Heal people through faith.
raised an apostle,
The guy looks diabetic. Can he heal himself?
claiming
No
that
offense. I mean, people are diabetic. I get it. But how's this fat ass going to heal anybody?
that he communicated with Jesus and that he could heal people through faith. But investigators say it was all a con. They say the church raised $50 million in donations over the last 12 years. And investigators tell us the money funded extravagant lifestyles for Taylor and Brandon, who were the only ones receiving a salary.
I mean, if it doesn't, I can't imagine that they're going to get a deal good enough to not. It's probably going to have to go to trial if they have any chance. I mean, look, you have to try. At some point, you're going to have to try and fight these charges because, I mean, it's pretty open and shut. But you never know with the jury.
Of course, there are still many questions about how this church was able to operate for as long as it did.
Some have been watching and raising red flags for years. Let's bring in Fox 13's Genevieve Curtis, who spent the day digging into the church's past. Hi there, Genevieve, in our newsroom tonight. What'd you find out here?
Yeah, Mark, there is a lot to go through, and those who keep an eye on ministries say that there were red flags with David Taylor and his church for years, but truly nothing of this magnitude.
They have, frankly, from the very beginning, shown evidence of being a bad actor, a bad operator.
Warren Smith makes it his mission to keep faith leaders accountable. He's the president of Ministry Watch. The news outlet tracks finances and actions of Christian ministries. They followed the actions of David Taylor and the Kingdom of God Global Church over the years. But Smith says the allegations contained in the federal indictment of forced labor and human trafficking were shocking.
A level of evil, a level of wrongdoing that even among some of the worst actors that we've been covering over the years here at Ministry Watch, and we've been around for 26 years, I don't believe I've ever seen anything quite like this.
The indictment alleges since 2014, the church amassed $50 million in donations, leading to questions about how it went on for so long.
We are living in an oversight and accountability and regulatory regimen for nonprofits that was devised in the 1950s and 60s. It is completely inadequate for the number of nonprofits that we.
Yes, absolutely. The laws really should change. You know, before this happened, I remember when they lost their tax exemption, and rightfully so.
have in this country today. So I think one of the ways that David Taylor was able to get away with it was that they were just not being scrutinized by the government at all.
Authorities accuse Taylor and his right hand, Michelle Brannon, of forcing workers to meet unrealistic quotas at the church's call centers, and they were punished when they didn't. A model used in third world countries, but maybe the first known case in the U.S.
And I think by understanding the mechanics of David Taylor's operation, we might be able to gain some insights into how to investigate or what to look for in some of these other situations that I'm aware of.
And there are still questions about how many people were forced to work in these conditions. Transcripts from a federal civil trial could give us some insight. Taylor and his church were sued by a Florida movie set company over failing to pay. Last year, one of the church's pastors testified that they rely on 75 to 80 full-time volunteers to run the day-to-day operations. He also testified the church has thousands of volunteers in almost 200 nations around the world.
So there are a lot of victims here, a lot of problems, a lot of damage done, but at least it's coming to light and maybe we can learn a few lessons from it.
And in talking about those call centers, the church promotes its prayer line, which we call today, and people are still answering the phones for the church.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
So I reached out to the FBI field office to see if there are other locations that were not raided, if there are more victims that are still working for the church, answering those phone lines. We'll let you know what we find out. Mark.
Oh my God. Wow. What the f... All right, here's Tubby.
Well, when somebody comes to you and says, can we use part of your building to feed the poor, do you ask who they are?
You want me to call one? I'll call one right now. Let's see. I'm nervous. All right, Joshua Media Ministries. 1-800. Okay, here we go. Hmm. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on.
Thank you for calling Apostle David E. Taylor's Executive Office and his 24/7 Miracle Prayer Line.
you for calling. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Your call is important to us. We will be with you shortly.
Oh, they hung up on me. What happened? Calling back.
Thank you for calling Apostle David E. Taylor's Executive Office and his 24/7 Miracle Prayer Line.
Can I leave like a message or something? Anything? I need to talk to somebody right now.
Thank you for calling. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Yeah, well, this call's going to be recorded too. Better not hang up on me again.
Call is important to us. We will be with you shortly.
Hell yeah.
Good evening. This is Nancy. 1 second, I'll be with you.
Okay. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, how are you today? 1 second for me. All right. I do appreciate your patience so much. And how can I help you, please?
Yeah, I was calling for some prayer.
Okay, so you're needing prayer. All right. I'll be more than happy to have someone return your call, sir. May I have your name, please?
Wait, what? Oh, you're not going to pray? You don't pray?
Yes, sir. A seasoned pastor will be returning your call to pray for you.
What? Who? Will David call me, please?
It'll be a seasoned pastor.
Not David, though.
One of the Apostle Taylor's ministers will return your call.
But you guys know that you're free to go now, right? You don't have to do this anymore.
Pardon?
You're free to go. You don't have to be forced to do this anymore.
Okay.
David Taylor was arrested. So you guys are like, I don't know if you've heard, but you're allowed to leave now. You don't have to answer this phone anymore.
Okay.
So are you being forced to be there?
Yes, sir.
Really? Because I don't know. I hope not. You should go home to your family and never talk to David or anybody like that ever again. You're free to go. Why don't you just go home?
Okay.
Free at last, I am free. We are free at last. Are you going to sing with me?
I don't have time at the moment.
Yeah, you do. Nobody's calling.
Thank you.
Nobody's calling anymore. What are you doing? Sing with me. Free at last. Free at last. Now you get the chorus, okay? Will you get the chorus for me? Da, 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 da. Oh, that was funny. She hung up now. A seasoned pastor is going to call me back. I would love for that to happen. Free at last. All right, I'm calling back one more time.
Thank you for calling Apostle David E. Taylor's Executive Office and his 24/7 Miracle Prayer Line.
Thank you for calling. Your call may be recorded for quality and training purposes.
Good evening. Thanks for calling Kingdom of God Global Church.
Hey, I was just talking to Nancy.
Hello?
Is Nancy around?
This is she.
Oh, hey, Nance. I think we got off on the wrong foot. My name's Josh, and I've attended church for years. And I was just wondering why this call line is still open.
Because I'm here to answer it.
You're the only one there answering it?
No, sir.
There's a bunch of you guys?
There are several operators, sir.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty unbelievable. I don't understand how that happens. So can I make a donation if I wanted to?
Okay, if you're calling regarding a donation, sir,
Wait, Nancy, hold on one second. Just give me give me a second here. Why is this line still open? I really don't understand. I thought that this place was shut down. I want to talk to David. Can you get me David?
Tell you that, sir. I don't know.
Can you get me David?
The only thing I can do at this point, sir, is take a message.
Will you take a message for me? Or will you write a message down for David for when you see him? Yeah, this is Josh. Yeah.
Last name, sir?
Diaz, D-I-A-Z.
D-I-A-Z?
Yeah.
Phone
And
number,
you're going to
please?
give this to David, right?
I will put down on the message that it's to be given to David.
Okay. Tell him that this is very important, okay? Not to drop the soap in prison.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. Did you write that all down?
Sure.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I got some soap on a rope. I'll send him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah, she's mad. She's okay, hold on one more time.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's great. All right. I don't want to call him anymore. Yeah, I think she likes me. I think she kind of likes me. She did. She laughed. Oh my God. That is just unbelievable. I called her Nance. I don't think she. Oh, man. I really hope she writes that down and gives it to David. Because I don't want her number. What do you mean? Why didn't you get her number? I have her number. I called her twice. What are you talking about? It's the call center.
Of course.
Okay, and who were these folks?
They were a ministry that came in, you know, they were more so feeding the poor.
Right, but by what name were they known?
Okay. See, they, you know, I don't know. They didn't go by a name like that. I know they were established and incorporated. I could just.
Well, I don't want her home phone number.
Tell you their names as individuals, but their organization, we were really covering.
I don't understand how that line is still active.
Them and supporting that.
This is bullshit.
That.
What do you mean you were covering them?
Well, you know, they needed a place to do that out of and a place to bring the 18-wheeler to feed many people.
You said they were incorporated?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the
Yes?
their name, yes. But their name, I don't know their name. I don't know their official name. I just know it was a ministry team, and they were doing this work.
Okay. When Miss Frazier goes to St. Louis, what does she do for you or the ministry or whoever?
Well, when she goes to St. Louis, she works in the crusades. Like if I'm having a service there, she ushers.
Where would this physically be?
The crusade.
Right.
At a friend of mine, a bishop's church, who has a large facility in the suburb.
In the suburb?
Mm-hmm.
What city?
Florissant, Missouri.
Can you spell that again? F-L?
F-L-O-R-I-S-S-A-N-T.
What's the bishop's name?
Bishop Matthew Ferguson.
And what's the name of the church?
Abundant Life Fellowship.
And do you have an address?
I really don't know it.
So the crusade goes only once a year, isn't it?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Debbie Frazier goes to St. Louis and works for you much more frequently than once a year.
Of course. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she does a crusade once a year, and when would that be?
We usually do it right after the spring, or
after the spring.
Yeah,
you
talking about the crusade, and you talking about the crusade in St. Louis, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
So
After
would that
the
mean
spring.
summer?
Yeah, you probably say the beginning of summer.
You don't have it at the same time every year?
No, we can't. The schedule is too sporadic to do that.
Okay, and how long does it last?
About 3 days.
And what exactly would Deborah Frazier do to assist in the crusade?
She ushers. She mostly and
Yeah, I think he probably does need some
and
base.
any type of help that is needed by anybody coming in assistance, she assists them.
All right, give me an example of what that would mean.
Like if someone coming in a wheelchair or something like that, and she's helping them. She's a great parent.
A great parent?
Yes, she's a great parent.
Okay.
And a great help.
What does that have to do with what she does at St. Louis?
Oh, I think her being a great parent has a lot to do with the way her character is in the ministry too.
Do you realize she has only supervised visits with her children?
Oh, I know all of that. Yes.
Okay. She talks to you about that?
Thank you for calling Apostle David E. Taylor's Executive Office and his 24/7 Miracle Prayer Line.
Based on privilege between the priest and penitent.
Priest?
He's got the priest penitent privilege. He doesn't have to answer any questions specific to conversations with his members.
Thank you for calling. Your call is recorded for quality and training.
Thank you for calling Kingdom of God Global Church Executive Office of Apostle David E. Taylor. This is Nicole speaking. Issue.
Hi, Nicole. Is Nancy there?
Is who?
Nancy?
Okay. I don't know who that is, but I'm more than happy to see how I.
Wait a minute.
We have a bad connection. I don't know.
No, we have a great
I
connection.
don't know if you can hear the
We have a
echo.
godly connection. Where's Nancy?
I beg your pardon.
I said we have a godly connection. Where's Nancy at?
What is the call regarding so I can direct you?
Oh, I need to get a message to David Taylor.
Okay.
Can you write this down for me?
And may I have your name?
Yeah, it's Joshua Diaz.
D-I-A-Z.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what's the callback number for return?
Let me see here. It is 1800. You got it?
Uh-huh. Yes.
497
Uh-huh.
5552.
Have 1-800-497-5555.
Yeah.
Okay. And the street address?
Street address is. Well, I don't have a street address. I'm homeless.
Okay. And do you have an email address?
No, not really. I haven't been able to get into it for years. I kept getting spammed by some protein shake place, and I got locked out of my account. So I don't know. I don't know how to check my emails on there anymore. But it was GNC. They're out of business now, but they kept sending me all this stuff. They kept going, you can bulk up if you just buy this in bulk. And I didn't want to buy it in bulk. I didn't want to buy it at all. And then finally I was like, dude, I got to stop. I got to get a new email address, but then I got locked out. You know what I mean? Has that ever happened to you?
Okay. Yeah.
It has?
No.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. Okay.
Okay. And what is the call regarding?
Well, I was just a little concerned. So but do you have a pen and paper?
No, I have a system in front of me though.
Okay. All right. So this is all I want to know, or this is all I want. If you can write this down and get it to Mr. Taylor for me, tell him that he looks, his mugshot, he looks like dog shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, that'll cover it.
Okay. Thank you very much. One of Apostle Taylor's ministers will return your call.
Okay. Well, when he gets out of prison, can I have him call me back?
Okay. I will do. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lab After Dark is starting shortly.
Yes, have a good night. Yeah, they don't like it.
Lab After Dark is starting soon.
Yeah, they're probably not going to pay for him or pray for him. Please hit that like button on the way out. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Put you guys in next time.
I was actually just sitting down to pee, but whatever, you know.
What's the point in causing the eruption that
Live after dark.